Last year at the Tinicum Open, Devin Frederick could not manage the course late in the second round, and the victory for the first annual event went to Brian Schweberger. Will this year be Devin's year to dominate? Stay tuned as Disc Golf Monthly starts now. Welcome to another edition of Disc Golf Monthly. We're in Erwinna, Pennsylvania at the Tinicum Park Disc Golf Course for the second annual Tinicum Open Disc Golf Tournament. Hello everyone, I'm Carl Cubbage, joined by fellow disc golfer, world-renowned legend in Delaware, Jimmy McIlvaine. Jimmy, this is a gem of a course nestled along the Delaware River. Just a lot of fun to play. Tell us about it.
This is really got a little bit of everything. We got some open areas, some really tight wooded holes, some sparsely wooded holes, some holes that play from the open into the woods and vice versa. Like you said, the Delaware River comes into play, so there's OB. One of the things was when I first started playing, this was like a really thought of as a really wide open course. It's really a much better mix than I think most people give it credit for.
And it's got some long holes too, particularly long hole.
Yeah, there are a couple of really long holes, especially 18. I mean, 18 is known for the fact that it's like almost 800 feet. There's water if you go too long. I mean, not that that really comes into play because of the hill, but I mean, yeah, there are some really longer holes here.
I like this course because you can use a great variety of shots on this to try to navigate and really score well.
Yeah, because of the longer holes. I mean, but some of the wooded holes are very tight and technical. And like I said, a lot of the holes play through the woods back out into the open or vice versa too. So there's a nice mix here.
Well, it's a great course to play in eastern Pennsylvania, and we're going to go down to one of our favorite segments and see how they throw them here at Tinicum. We're going to go down to the previous round highlights and see how they're doing.
Mike Carmen driving basket 10.
Mike with a nice blast right down the middle, going from right to left.
Kyle Newton putting basket 9.
Kyle up high in the chains, dead center, puts it in there.
Andy DeFranzo driving basket 10.
Andy with a lot of power, great spin move there on the follow through.
Devin Frederick putting basket 10.
Devin drills that one.
Devin Frederick driving basket 11.
Gets it way up there. Nice turnover shot.
Kyle Newton putting basket 12.
Kyle right there with a nice shot.
Justin Cogan driving hole 12.
Justin with a big rip. He's got that water behind the basket, but he's there.
Justin Cogan putting basket 12.
Up and in. Nicely done, Justin.
Bob Graham driving basket 17.
B.O.B., the course pro there at Rutgers with a beautiful shot. It's great form, Bob.
Anthony B. putting basket 17.
Be the one, and it is right in there.
Devin Frederick driving basket 12.
Devin just explodes on that one. Great turn heading towards the basket.
Bob Graham putting basket 17.
Bob known for his putting, and it shows.
Andrew Phillips driving basket 5.
Andrew with stand and deliver. Big release. Making a nice turn back to the basket. Whoa, almost put it in there.
Anna Karen Walsat putting basket 5.
Anna floats that one into the chains. Nice shot, Anna.
Chris Vila driving basket 17.
Chris with a big rip.
Chris Hill putting basket 5.
Chris solid just over the rim, but no problem.
Harry Eisner driving basket 18.
Nice looking shot there, starting to come back to the left. No problem, in the fairway.
Pete Gorey putting basket 17.
Pete floats that one in there.
Mike Maskley, driving basket 8.
Mike, look at that shot. Looking just to keep it right there in the fairway near the basket, and he does.
Mike Maskley, putting basket 8.
Mike with a nice shot there. And that's it, folks, for the previous round highlights. That was a great show course of this great course. Lots of nice shots out there.
Yeah, putts, drives. I mean, like I said, this course can give you a lot of different looks.
Well, we got to see a lot of the players out there. Who are the players that we're going to follow in this final 18 holes of the event?
Cool. Well, the 50 is Chris Vila from Norristown, PA. And in second place with the 52 is Corey Snyder from Frenchtown, New Jersey. And tied third place with a 55 is Devin Frederick from Hellertown, PA, Troy Whidden from Binghamton, New York, and Jay Klein from Willow Grove, PA.
Well, we've got a nice group of 5 to throw here, Jimmy. What's it going to take on a course like Tinicum? I know I ask you that all the time when we get to a new venue. What's the shots we're going to need to see here to win it?
Like we just talked about earlier, I mean, Tinicum is known for a little bit of length. I mean, I expect these guys, if they shot this well to begin with, that they can throw long. The wooded shots become normally, I mean, on a course like this, the big shots become a big deal, but I think the wooded shots sometimes end up, being the deal breaker.
There are some pretty tight spots that there can be pinball alley in a couple of places.
Yeah, that's the point. There's like 3 or 4 holes right in a row that, and a couple of them run by the river, so there's a little bit of this, yeah, you can't play, you can't come here to Tinicum just thinking you can just bomb away.
Well, Jimmy, with the 5 players, we've got some hot hands here. We've got Devin Frederick, who's always on a tear. We've got a winner from yesterday's event here in this mix. Tell us about some of the players and their strengths.
Yeah, I mean, first 2 guys you got to start with the 2 sponsored players. I mean, Devin is the local guy that's been around. Just everyone knows Devin in this area. He's sponsored by Innova, and Troy. Troy's got an interesting story, actually. Troy actually sold his house to live his dream of becoming a sponsored player by Dynamic Disc. I met Troy last year at USGGC, and he's really, really just taken off this year. He's won like 2 or 3 events. Like you said, he won the day before. But like I tell you all the time, if you've got the lead, you got to be the favorite. And, I mean, Chris has a 5-stroke lead over those 2 and, a 2-stroke lead over Corey. The problem is that, and we also talk about this all the time, is Chris has never won. And until you win, that becomes a little bit of a monkey on your back. But, hey, man, there's always that time, and that's what it's about, is that first win. You get that first win, everything else falls into place.
Well, interesting dynamics with this group of 5, and we'll have to see how it all plays out, Jimmy. Folks, please stay with us. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll follow the final 18 holes of the Tinicum Open. All right, folks, here we are following our lead group of 5 players. Got a pretty tight race there. You can see Chris Villa on the top, and 2 strokes behind is Corey, and then a tie for the others. Folks, we're on basket 1. This is a B-pin, par 3, 406 feet.
Got 2 lanes here. You can come out all the way left or try to shortcut this hole a little bit through the center.
Nice and low there. Just a little left side. Might be in the rough. That's a nice manicured fairway, which is a signature here at Tinicum. Turnover shot. That should stay into the fairway, but catches the other side. Devin Frederick. Nice high shot there. That should come back out of it. Nice drive. Just on the edge. Beautiful. Troy coming off that win yesterday.
Yep, that was a pretty big win. He's not even from around here, traveling around.
Oh, nice forehand, and he finds the fairway and rolls right up.
That was sweet.
See what Jay Klein, a lefty. Caught an early tree there. You got to keep that shot low, Jimmy. Jay with the recovery. Looks like he was a little bit low on that one.
I was going to say, I think he kept the wrong shot low.
Right there. Corey with the jump approach. Jay with a cut putt just goes left.
Oh, he's going to want that whole hole back.
Devin drills the deuce. Nice putt there. Troy with that big bomb of a drive.
Yeah, I wish I had that for you.
You know, Jimmy, for some of our players, could be their first time behind the camera. It gets a little bit intimidating.
Well, yeah, we've talked about that before. That can really start working some people's heads.
Folks, we're on to basket 2. It's the C-pin, par 4, 595 feet.
Again, you have 2 routes: swing out all the way left out in the open, or try to shortcut the hole and go up to get.
Devin going with that roller. Troy with a skip on the forehand, but it grabs the grass and does not skip. It's a nice pull there.
And that's more inside route.
Jay got a little bit low there, Jimmy. Gets that one up high.
Yeah, he needed that. That was like 4 bad shots in a row. He needed something just to like, hey, I can still play.
Wow,
Nice
Corey gets
shots.
down there. Nice. He's got a little work on that putt, but he's pin high left. Troy blasts that forehand. It's cutting in there. Nicely done. Catches a branch, but that doesn't hurt it too much. He's
Yeah, it's
still right
a tricky
there.
little hole. Yeah, you got to take the long putt most of the time here. You're not just going to actually park this.
Jay's got some work here. He's got to get in there. Oh, that was a
Big putt.
beauty.
There you go. That's what happens when you sell your house and you start touring.
That
you
was
make
slow
those
motion
putts.
deliciousness. Nice shot there, Troy. Just catches the number sign. Oh, Chris was pretty sure that one just caught the nubs and rolled out.
We see that a lot. The guy made the really long putt, and then suddenly the other guys were like a little bit shakier on making theirs.
No shakiness there, Devin. Dead on. All right, Jay finds the bottom of the basket. Well, we've got a couple of birdies and 3 pars there, a 2-stroke lead by Chris, who could really use a win here, Jimmy, to break out. Here we are, basket 3. It's the B pin, par 3, 385 feet.
These guys all should be able to reach this. There are trees surrounding that on the right side of the basket, though.
Look at that thing cruise up there and break back down. Nicely done. Chris taking it from right to left. He's there as well. Just barely in the rough. You know, Jimmy, Tinicum's got natural tees. I've always liked their tees.
Yeah, I'd rather play off of that than something else that might be slippery. I mean, I know that there becomes an issue like sometimes when it's raining, but on a dry day like this, yeah, I think natural tees are, you know, second only to a nice concrete pad.
Corey just over the top. You know, there is reluctance from some parks to put in, you know, a permanent pad.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't really, you know, myself, I would prefer to play off the natural tee than some of the other things people use. Oh.
Wow, just off the rim. That's a tough break there, Jimmy. Wow, Devin in the woods, and he sent that one low. This basket did not yield a lot of putts.
How about no birdies on this hole? I'm sure there's some disappointment here.
Well, pars around, no change. All right, folks, we're moving on to basket 4. It's in the C pin, par 3, 271 feet.
From this camera angle, you don't see this, but this is one of those tightly little wooded holes.
Yeah,
there
well,
you go.
We saw it right there, Jimmy. I do like this hole, but yes, it is tight. And Troy finds one as well.
2 for 2?
If you don't find an early one, there's more down the fairway.
I heard that.
All right, Chris gets out of there and just outside the circle. Corey tried swinging out there and caught the trunk. Or you can just throw it down the middle. Flex right back. Nicely done.
Did Jay just throw that one right-handed? Am I missing?
He did.
He did, okay. I'm just making sure. When I grow up, I want to be able to throw left and right-handed.
Like me?
Yeah.
All right, Devin. It's a nice skip. Beautiful, right off the pavement. Great angle of Chris's birdie try here.
He can open up his lead here more.
And he does. It just holds the line above the rim. Jay, just a little high release. Corey had the change his right side and kept going.
Wow. I know there's some woods on this hole, but this is not one of the holes you can be bogeying.
Well, we've got a couple of bogeys there on that short hole and a birdie. We've got a 4-stroke lead. Here we are, folks, on basket 5, the B pin, par 3, 306 feet.
small hill here. You gotta so the basket is actually almost hidden from your view from the. You can just see the top of it. It seems like a simple hole. This is a very frustrating if you don't deuce this. Everything says you should just be able to park this, and it's like, what happened?
Devin's on his way. Whoa! Almost put it in the basket. Nicely done. That looks like it got away left on him a little bit. He's all right.
Yeah, there's no real danger on this hole. It's just,
Taking yourself out of the birdie.
306 feet is just. If you're playing open, you got to park this.
Nice shot, Troy. He's right there for the birdie. Corey swings it wide, coming back. Right there.
See, Jay's just not filling up this second round. So Chris has to make this to continue. See, they're letting the little holes get away. That's.
Devin picks up a stroke right there. There we go, a 3-stroke lead. Devin's taking it to him. Corey's with Devin. All right, Jimmy, here we are on basket 6. This is the B pin, par 3, 400 feet.
Now, this is a nasty righty hyzer. There's a little OB fence line on the left-hand side. There's a tree that you have to swing around.
Yep, nice and high, and just cut it back. All right, he'll have a good look at it. The key is to swing wide enough to clear the trees before you cut in. Play it a little too tight and you're not down the fairways.
Right, and you can't swing out too wide either because you don't want to be throwing your approach at that OB fence. I mean, you just want... It plays much longer than the 400 because of the hyzer flight the whole way.
Can our leader really put the pressure on with a big drive here? He's got a little bit of work.
Right, so you can't really leave yourself out that far. That's it. Now you start bringing in having to make an upshot.
It looks like Jay hung that one out there as well.
And he's going to have the long upshot. We should be fine.
There is OB in that other field over there just beyond the growth. Nice view of Corey on his birdie try. Big jump putt.
All right, now this leaves Devin with an aggression. Ah.
Jay sinks it.
And that should be pars around, right?
Well, a nice par frame there, no birdies. Heading into the woods here, Jimmy. We've got basket 7, the D pin, par 4, 393 feet. That's what I'm talking about.
Unless you've played this, no. You'll understand why a 393-foot hole is a par 4.
There's my scabby lane.
Wow,
yeah.
He did not hit a tree as he turned it over to the right. That's the familiar sound on this hole, Jimmy.
Yes. There have been some trees fall in this hole, though. As you can see, like, some of them are broken off. I think there was a storm that came through here a year or two ago and really took out some.
Looks like they're still tall enough to get involved.
Not just those. I think there were others that actually came down.
All right, that stayed pretty much in the middle.
Yeah, it's about not taking a big number here.
That looks sweet.
Now that should be an
Everybody
easy
liked that
three.
one. Jimmy, no matter where you land, you still have that assault that you've got to take.
He
to the
just made a
trees.
great shot from hitting really early. Yeah, there's no lines through. I mean, yeah. If you hit a tree, you're good. You know,
That was
your line
nice.
becomes.
You've got to hit
Lock.
something really tight.
Yeah.
All right, Devin gets through. Look at that one right up there.
Oh.
Uncharacteristic putt there
Okay.
from Devin. Chris carries the chains. Well,
4 birdies on that hole is actually impressive.
still a 3-stroke lead, folks, as we move on to basket 8, B-pin, par 3, 192 feet, and there's still more woods involved.
Yeah, but these next 2 holes are like almost must-gets. 192 feet. This is almost a par 2.
Right in my range,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
if you don't hit this, you're just disappointed.
Well, there's plenty of trees that could change the route. Oh, good little correction.
Yes, you're more likely to overthrow the hole than.
Well,
And
I used to like
Jay's
to
just
skip
having
this,
it
but
bad.
with those trees down, it makes it a little more difficult. Devin sailing and sliding right up. Good effort. Folks, you're watching one of the best cameramen in the business covering this event here. Kevin McGrory, our producer. He's always got the shot. High chains, kicks off left.
I'm telling you, these guys are kicking themselves right now.
One birdie by Devin, so he gets one back.
That's insane. 1 birdie.
Folks, we're moving on to basket 9, C-pin, par 3, 270 feet.
This is just another general righty hyzer.
If you swing it too wide, you've got the canal you've got to be careful of.
Right. I mean,
A long throw could get into the parking lot. It's a nice high cut shot. It's pretty hole. There we
just
go.
like that.
Devin's there. Another beaut. Ooh. Corey skips the AVR and almost puts it in. Nice clean lines that you'd expect from a professional there, Jimmy.
Yeah, buddy. Dude, that was awesome, man.
Solid.
I think they're a little excited. I think Jay finally got on the board here. Jay had a rough start. Took him to the 9th hole to get in here.
Well, a nice star frame birdies around. All right, moving out to basket 10. It's in the C pin, par 3, 361 feet.
Is this another wooded hole? I told you there were woods here.
And they can be tight. This is a nice keep it low.
Keep it low, play the skip. Oh. Not too much skip, though.
Don't want to go over the tow path into the canal.
See, if you're planning on playing this long and then using the skip, and you saw it off, you could skip into the canal. It is pretty far
That looks
from this
like a
hole.
winner right there. Boy, with a skip, yeah, might have caught the grass.
Oh, come on.
Devin floats one down there. Our leader. Just caught the rim. Nice putt there, Troy.
I think Devin's starting to work him a little bit here.
Looks like they're having a lot of fun. We've got a birdie there by Troy. Three-way tie for second as we move to basket 11, C-pin, par 3, 458 feet. Going right at our cameraman, right over his head.
Once again, this is another one of these holes that swings out.
Big
Open.
Annie.
Open in the left, but you can come through the gut like that.
Get low. Not low enough. Devin gets that roller through that right route. Caught
See,
up
I'm
in the
not sure if
stuff.
you meant to swing out that far, though. You might have been trying to go. There is a roller route through the woods.
There's that big Anheuser that you usually see on this hole.
Jay going back lefty.
Tough break, caught the tree there.
Yeah, he still got his 4-stroke lead, though. I mean,
It's up.
Nice approach.
you don't really want to give it up on a hole like this, though. You really weren't going to, you know, no one's going to do it, so it's sort of like a...
Wow, cuts the chains on that little floater. The wind's picking up. Jay pours it in. Chris with the bogey. Puts 3 strokes. It's within reach. We're on to basket 12. B pin par 3. 343 feet.
Okay, this is the first time the canal actually comes into play.
And you don't want to throw a big drive and overdrive this basket. So there's
It doesn't take much to overdrive this either.
In the hole.
All right, nice shot.
The wrong skip and it's gone. You know, you were talking about the natural tee pads. If there's one thing I think they could do, is to move the tee pad once in a while. You might, get rid of the little bit of sliding that happens.
Don't know him yet.
Don't get me wrong, on some courses, natural tee pads are a disaster, but on some courses, they seem to wear well and sit well with the course. And I've always, liked Tinicums. They were never an issue for me. Big high cut shot.
See, now that's someone who knows this course to be doing that.
That's a nice cut. I love those shots.
You got to know not to miss that shot.
The Canal is just beyond the basket. Hits the rim, almost floats it in.
He's had a couple of those. I think he's going to want back.
It's about a 45-degree drop into the Canal, so if you do go long, he's checked up, but you can be in trouble. I expect Devin to drill this one in there. Oh, but he got high chains. And pushed back off the rim. Tough break. All right, Chris got it. Monkey off his back. No, it's still on his back. All right, we've got a birdie and a bogey there, folks. It's a 4-stroke lead. All right, we're moving on to basket 13. It's the C pin, par 4, 495 feet.
Okay. Canal definitely come into play this time.
I lost the CE Valkyrie there years ago in that Canal. Right on this shot.
That is a pretty shot.
Nice. Out of the woods, gotta look.
Gotta sit down.
Got a lot of air traffic overhead today.
So do you get 4 trees on that out of 5?
That's a tough hole.
Oh, Devin's going outside. And missed. Missed
if it bails out, oh, that disc is gone. It's
no, I knew his reaction.
beyond the Canal. It's on the other side.
That got a little too safe.
You can see the Canal here, folks.
Oh, get down. Shit.
Not sure on that one.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did with mine. Boom. Boy, this hole's turned out to be a heartbreaker, Jimmy.
I told you, there's a couple of these holes that just bring it into play bad.
This is great position.
Oh, Troy's just been watching these guys like completely butcher this hole.
Just slow hyzer it back in range. Right there.
Wow.
Devin drills that one. Nice putt, Troy.
Sweet. I wasn't sure what that was all day.
Corey with the backpack on finishes it up. Here we go. We got a double bogey. We got a little something from everyone there. Still a 3-stroke lead. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back.
I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
All right, folks, welcome back. We're on basket 14. It's the B pin, par 3, 376 feet. Not done with the trees.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way you can just consider this as being an open course. Ask the players how open it is.
If you can just slide through some of those trees and get in the fairway.
Damn it, Jay. Bro, the disc.
Jay was a little bit low. Boy, Devin held that a little too long and caught an early tree.
Did anyone get through without hitting a tree? That's what I want to know.
Jay was low, but I thought he still caught the base of the tree at the bottom, so everybody, I think, caught one. You can see the basket there.
Good shot, sir.
Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a nice shot. Recovery there for Jay.
Wow. All right, he's going to need this or come up with something here soon.
Big putt, cut back. It's a little bit long. Our leader puts it right in there.
Seems like every time somebody gains a stroke on him, he gains it back.
Wow, that was a nice toss there, Corey. Devin, nice and flat on that putt. Couple of bogeys, 3 pars. Chris with a 4-stroke lead. We're getting down to the wire here, folks. There's still room to make a move. We're on to basket 15. It's a C pin, par 4, 706 feet. This opens up after those trees, Jim. They got to keep it kind of low there and break out.
Familiar story. Someone hit a tree.
Back, come off it.
Corey gets his low. See if he slides through there.
Yeah.
All right,
There he
we'll have
did.
an open look. That was a nice one there, too.
That tree. Yeah. That tree.
Devin with that power backhand roller.
Wow, that
It
cut
hit the
left
dust
hard.
and took off.
Might be on the outside.
I didn't see it after it hit the dirt, Jimmy. It just took
Nothing.
off.
I sort of saw something scoot left.
Got that one low. That's going to stay in the rough. Jay taking a big run up. Pumps it out there. Oh, that's a nice shot. Good carry.
Told you he was left.
Wow, he's right there on a
Nice
second shot.
recovery, though.
Corey with a big blast down the right side, breaking back.
Because of the tall grass, the distance becomes really an issue here. It is hard to figure out exactly how far or short
See if Troy figured it out. They're in the neighborhood. Just beyond the basket. Devin finds the chains.
Oh.
Chained out.
So if Troy can pick this up, he gains 2 strokes? And that's a surprise.
Look at that. 2 strokes to go, folks. It's tightening up as we move on to basket number 16, which is a B pin, par 3, 333 feet. Lots of threes in there. You know, you got to wonder with Troy 2 back, coming off the win yesterday, and Chris hoping to get his first win. What's going through both those players' heads?
I gotta believe that Troy thinks he's, you know, he can make a move here. Caught a little cabbage, but
beautiful.
That's got to put some pressure on Chris right there.
Like that.
I think Chris needs this.
Our leader, what's he going to do? This is a big drive right here.
Yeah.
Get something down nice and low.
Get some skip.
All right, he's right in range.
He's got a putt.
Whoa, Devin.
I got to tell you, though, only ahead by 2 strokes. First win, that's a tough putt.
Wow, almost.
This is going to be it. Whether or not he, you know, like I was telling you about learning to win. This is it right here.
Shay, a little bit high. But let's see if Chris can keep his composure and keep the lead. Solid.
Awesome.
Putt.
I'm telling you now, that's awesome.
He's got that snap in his step. You know, he's happy with that one.
Well, I mean, Troy was parked. I mean, last thing you want to do is lose 3 strokes in 2 holes with 2 holes left. I mean, it's just not good.
It's still tight, folks. 2 strokes to go with 2 holes to go. We've got a good one here, folks. We're moving on to basket 17, the B pin, par 3, 439 feet.
Chris, see if anybody's got the power to reach this.
Oh, fight out of that.
Big pull. Looks like the wind affected that, knocked it down a little bit. Got to wonder what's on his iTunes playlist as he comes down to the wire.
Wow.
Wind caught him too, knocked him down, and he got to roll out.
That is I learned nothing. I gotta tell you, I'm shocked to see 3 people all flip their disc over like that. See, now Devin learned. Wow.
Caught the tree.
That's just
Tree
that's
nine.
just a back break.
Jay, the lefty comes in the other way and should break back nicely. He does. puts it right up there. Score with a nice par. Keeping it together.
See, I told you one I'm gonna be able to reach it. It just took. It just took him 17 holes to get there.
All right, Jay with the birdie. Pars around for the rest of the fellas, and we still have a 2-stroke lead. We're going into the last hole here, Jimmy. It's basket 18, A pin, par 3, 760 feet.
This is just a big, fun drive.
Goes downhill and starts to slope up to the basket. Rough on both sides, and that's rough. Turned it over, it didn't come out. He's not that far off the fairway.
Yeah, so I don't think these guys are reading the wind well, if there is any.
Big Heiser just trying to cut it back into the fairway, and he does. Center fairway.
Well, yeah, with the 2-stroke lead, the guys chasing you just put it in the rough. There's no reason to do anything.
Corey with a big blast. I don't know if that's going to come back out of it or stay in the rough. Yep, that's in the rough.
I mean, seriously, Chris is with a 2-stroke lead. He can get a 4 and just.
Devin blasts that one. And he's just on the edge. All right, our leader, who's in the center of the fairway, looking for his first victory here in the Pro Open division, stays in the fairway. He's
and
poised.
That's just smart golf. I mean, it's not that this rough is bother. You know, like you know, they have to throw everything, but it bothers your run up. You know, it takes a little bit off of you. Makes you fight for it more.
Troy with a good pull there.
Well, you know what? If Chris could possibly, you know, mess up
There's
the
still
upshot.
possibilities.
Yeah.
There's a nice high entry. Let's see if we can. Devin will probably put this one right up there. Starting to come back. Aim for the cameraman. You're always in a good position. Jay with a nice shot there.
Come on, Devin. Oh!
Oh, tough break. Caught the basket.
All right,
rolled away.
so Chris parks this. He wins, right? I mean, that's more or less. If he hits a tree, he gives him a chance.
Throws that cut shot again and chains.
And that is how you win.
You win it with a birdie, a walk away. Great finish there, Chris. Congratulations on the victory.
Buddy.
Boy, that put a period on that one.
He saw his opportunity.
Well, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails after the
Hey, you know.
that birdie. But Troy played well. Gave him a good fight. Yep, that's it. They're all in, folks. We've got the victory by Chris. And some great competition from the competitors. Troy gave it a run. We'll take a quick break, Jimmy, and then we will wrap it up. Stay with us, folks. All right, well, Jimmy, we got to see a great event there. It was pretty evenly matched. It was a good tight race.
Yeah, there were lots of shots, and like I said before, you had to navigate the woods. You had Troy making a move, and you had Chris getting his first win. I'm telling you, you have no idea that it's like a monkey off his back. And not only did it's someone go, oh, it's not a big event. You know what? He beat 2 sponsored players to do so. I'm telling you, it is a big deal.
That's the secret to success for next time. He's got that in his pocket, that experience. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we had a great turnout here, folks. We had some great assistance from all the volunteers and our tournament director and staff. We hope you enjoyed this telecast. As always, Kevin McGorry puts on a fabulous job of covering these events with his camera and putting the show all together. That's all we have for this month's episode. I'm Carl Cubbage with fellow disc golfer, the legend in Delaware, Jimmy McIlvaine, for Disc Golf Monthly, the show that takes you one step closer to the sport of disc golf.